This is the national voice, the voice of a nation. When one begins to shine their light for all to see, the trolls of the darkness quickly emerge from the cracks and crevices from where they hide, that dance like the moth before the flame, chaotically protesting the light. Chests puffed up, sporting their know-it-all, holier-than-thou mentality, spewing out their judgments of right or wrong, good or evil, based on whether you believe like they do or not. It is a universal law that the darkness cannot dissipate the light, but the light does forever transform the darkness, as the moth soon finds out, too late to retreat from its path of folly. So if I have stirred the darkness out of its hidey hole, then so be it. For I place no judgments of right or wrong upon the darkness, for it is what it is, not right nor wrong, not good nor evil, but a necessary part of the whole. And as it is stirred into action, is it exposed to the light, and forever transformed. Many in the freedom movement, calling themselves patriots, are convinced that the solution to the issues of the day is to separate themselves from the system, divide and conquer in reverse. That the system is in default, corrupt, and are evil and beyond salvage. That the only remedy exists in the destruction of the existing system. Fighting and separation can only beget more fighting and separation. Our history is clear and convincing evidence of that. There are those who believe that the solution to the national debt is to simply default on it. The national debt, like the global debt, is like a huge energetic balloon. A pinprick, just like a default on the debt, brings about an explosive and destructive release with the potential for mass loss of life. The deep state would love for America to default on the debt and further their extinction agenda. There are those who refuse to even consider the redemption of America as possible, and those who see it as upsetting the status quo. I am no newcomer or Johnny-come-lately. I've dedicated over 20 years of my life as a full-time researcher in the field. I've diligently studied the work of some of the best researchers in America, extracting the nuggets of gold while leaving offal behind. I have studied the works of the Anna von Ritzes of the world, found them wanting, and moved on in search of a true remedy for the plight of America and American people today. Rather than hide in the shadows in some remote region of America like the fabled troll under the bridge, I choose to stand tall and shine my light in the belly of the beast. There are those who hurl hate and condemnation based on a name and address. Legal Registry LLC is part of the private business structure that facilitates the operation in commerce at arm's length, whose mission and purpose contain no sinister or nefarious plots. The fact is that the Trading with the Enemy Act, as amended by the Emergency Banking Relief Act in 1933, converted America from a republic to a social democracy where our private property and the distribution of income are subject to social control. It is no less than our right, title, and interest in this great nation of America, and our sovereign authority thereof, that is at stake here. The sovereign authority of the people is no more than an illusion, for it has been conveyed to the public trust along with our right, title, and interest in the land known as America. The truth is being exposed as the American people are beginning to understand that it is the property and labor of the American people that has been placed at risk to fund the receivership of the United States, and that the time has come to redeem America from the public trust and return this great nation to the republic for, by, and of the people that it was ordained by our founding fathers. Today we see the global stirring of the darkness, chaotically dancing in the light of the brightest flames. We see the darkness manifest itself in the major social platforms and global corporations desperately pushing back at the advancing light. If in calling for the redemption of America I have stirred the darkness into the light, then so be it. For it has entered the light, and is now forever transformed. This is the national voice, the voice of a nation.